Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today's next reaction video, live stream. You know what it is, NHL hockey this Saturday afternoon, the Seattle Kraken versus the Philadelphia Flyers. I have been waiting, it seems like weeks, for this freaking game to be able to be, set in motion. We had every other team get to play, it seems like, besides the Kraken. We're finally here. Kraken, Flyers, Hack going against his former team that he ended up coaching. I can't wait to see what we can do here on the road. I hope we're not rusty. I hope we're well rested, and I hope that we can end up getting the dub right out of the gates. Let's go. Megan with the 20. I appreciate you. She said, it is now officially confirmed. What I called a week ago is true. Ryan Grubb to Seattle. Knew the Bama presser was bullshit. So happy to have all but one of our new hires correct. And the Seattle Seahawks roster, how everything is kind of coming together, post Pete Carroll as being head coach, still involved in, the football operation side, but not the head coach. I like it with McDonald and everything that, you guys are brewing right now. Sometimes you have to make a change, even though it's a little bit difficult, but to go the complete opposite, from where you're at based off Pete's age, and then to go for someone that is one of the youngest, you're going to have to try to, get your type of people together. Same thing with obviously Harbaugh on the Chargers. He's trying to get some of his pieces that he worked with at Michigan to follow him, to Los Angeles. And sometimes if you have good connections, with certain coaches, not only in Seattle, the Pacific Northwest, whether it be with the Washington Huskies, the Washington State Cougars, or somewhere in Seattle, it's nice to see how everything is coming together. I appreciate you very, very much. And Connecty, hopefully he doesn't go off for Philadelphia. He's one of their best players. Let's go, baby. $20 holla. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos. And I got you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $20 holla. Kraken, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you. They're in the building. What's good? And we got, obviously, Super Bowl tomorrow. But for tonight, we got some amazing NHL action. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, much appreciated. All right, we're at 20. 80 to go. Let's get to a hundo. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. All right, we got to decide what we want to go with here. We got this Seattle logo. We can go this one. Closed. Open. Anka. I think I like this one. I think we're going to use that. And then hopefully we get a lot of buoy. We need to get off to a good start. Hopefully get a few goals early in the first period. And I'm hoping that we're not down. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, let's get some photos up. And I'll just go through the main pieces. And if there's anything specific that you want to see, let me know. Sure. I got you. MSU in the building. What's good? Jared McCann, Connecty, Travis, let's go. Appreciate you for your support with you and Reflect yesterday, and it seems like almost every day. Always doing big, big things for us. We appreciate you very, very much. I got to sprinkle in a little Winter Classic. Little Bjorky, baby. Got a goal for us. And the NHL All-Star festivities representing the Kraken. Pretty sweet. Joey and net tonight. And maybe we'll see Tomas Tata with some Tata sauce. Kyler's been a little quiet in the last few games. Maybe we'll get something out of Kyler. And let me see what I can get for you with some Call of Duty stuff here. One sec. Oh, baby. It makes me jealous when I hear stories of people, having fun playing games like that. I used to be like this. All right, make sure some goes. We got a couple minutes before puck drop. Let's go. I'm ready. How many days has it officially been since we've had a Kraken game? I know we had a few opportunities for games when everyone else was scaling back on games, and the Kraken was one of the last teams to play before the All-Star break. So I get it, but it's one thing to have like a day off and everyone's playing on like Monday or Tuesday, and then let's say the Kraken play Wednesday. But when everyone after the All-Star break is playing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then finally Saturday rolls around and we finally get a game, I feel like I've been that last kid picked, on the playground, and I'm just waiting to get my turn. And at least it's here, so I'm ready. Who will be the hero today for the Kraken? Obviously, we're gonna have to have a good game out of Joey. Big facts. Let's go, baby. And I'll peep to see what kind of tie we got going on today, too. Nice. Wow. 4-3 on Vancouver. That's nice. That's big. Sounds like a good weekend, man, prior to Super Bowl, for tomorrow. So congrats with that. See, these are three words that no one should ever say. Pistons win streak. But I guess, when you go from losing, you got to get some dubs at some point, right? Nice. You live, breathe, eat hockey. I love it. Joey Decord, Cal Peterson. My gosh, that's just way too much. I feel like it's been much, much longer than normal, which it has been. So 15, 9 and 9, 2.32 GAA save percentage of 0.921 and two shutouts from Joey Decord. Let's get a third one, baby, sometime soon. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And we'll sprinkle in photos for you throughout the broadcast. And if Reflect ends up coming in, if he has time, then we'll get him some more photos from last night as well. All right, here we go, baby. Let's go, Hack. Connecty, we got to watch out for Connecty. That's going to be the main piece if we end up having problems. All right, hold up here. I don't like this one. Let's see if we can go here. Maybe this one will be a better connection. Let's go. Let's go, Kraken. Let's go, Kraken. Anything else going on sport wise today that is somewhat relevant? We got is NASCAR on today? Is there any kind of like NASCAR races, Sarah? Like the trucks or like the Xfinity series? Are they going? Are they doing something today? I know we got Daytona 500 next weekend after Super Bowl is over, but I could have swore I saw that there was something going on for this weekend. All right, hold up. But I could be, I might have been mistaken. You know, obviously they might have been connected to the Daytona festivities for next weekend. That's very likely. I usually breeze through things pretty quickly. Let's go, baby. Matt in the building. What's good? Yeah, the only reason I'm asking if there's something that's worth me being able to watch, like more than one thing, I always try to be able to maximize my time with whatever I'm doing with Paisley, you know, when we're out and about, you know, or if I'm reading or doing film study here, you know. Oh, okay, so Hack's got the red tie going on today. He's got the blue dark sports coat, kind of a lighter whitish bluish with a little pattern with the dress shirt, and he got the red tie going on, looking dapper. Let's go Kraken. First game since January 30th. Uh, blood red. Definitely red. They did a close up of him, which they normally don't do. Like, and they did an extended close up. You would have loved it. Probably a good 15 to 20 seconds, not just like the typical five, you know, where they, you know, kind of pan in and then they go down to like the players and you know, the equipment guys, and then they kind of pan to the crowd. It was a nice, good camera shot of Hack. Now they're going over Hack's career. Played for North Dakota from 1989 to 1992. Gosh, look how young he is. Then the head coach from 2004 to 2015. And the Flyers from 2015 to 2018. And then Hack first head coach in Seattle Kraken history. No mercy. Well, I mean, this would be an important win for us. I mean, records aside, I mean, getting off to a good start after the All-Star break is going to be very, very key. And sometimes, you know, just like any other team in sports, sometimes when you're on the road, you're going to be a little flat. But again, we've had so much time off. Guys are probably healthier than what they were. And I imagine hopefully that'll benefit us here at the back end. I know we have an easier schedule than some of the other teams. I think we have top five easiest the rest of the way. So if that stays true and that is correct, you know, we might be able to make a nice run. Get him, Joey. Nice save by Joey DeCord. Oh, baby. And a penalty. Scrum dog. Yeah, well, they didn't put it up on the graphic. I was just going based off the graphic that they had on the broadcast. They didn't bring up anything on the Maple Leaf side. Yeah, they were actually showing some really nice pictures of him when he was younger too. The North Dakota days. Let's go, baby. Matt, Sarah, thank you for the help on the Twitter/X. I appreciate that very much. We'll be hanging out here for a couple hours, about 2 hours and 30 minutes to 3 hours. So anything that you guys want to go over, please do. NHL related, NFL related, wrestling related, pop culture related, music related, whatever you want. It's all gravy. Philadelphia power play. Come on, Seattle. I like the graphic here that they have where they got the name above the play. They should just do that for every broadcast. I think it's just so much nicer. And again, if you don't want to do it for 24/7, like the whole game, if that is a little bit too much for some people, like the OG fans that have been watching, and they would rather just have a traditional look, and they can figure out who's who when they do zoom ins on the players and whatnot. But I kind of like it. Joey Decord, the VR glasses. Everybody up on that VR stuff now. They be at work doing the VR. They be at McDonald's eating that the double cheeseburger while they're doing the little VR virtual reality little headset jump off. Nice pass by Frost. Oh, damn it. 1-0 Flyers off a one-timer. Damn, that was too smooth from Philadelphia. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was way too smooth. Like you could see it based off like 2 or 3 passes in a row. Very crisp, and then just right there with the one-timer. Bang! I mean, Joey didn't even see it. That was just 100 miles an hour. Bye. Wow, perfect. Top shelf too. Damn it, damn it, damn it. 1-0 Philadelphia. That was way, 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 way too quick. And it's like you could almost see it. It was about to happen before it happened. Jesus. What other recruiting stuff you got for me, Matt? You got anything on the Duck side that I haven't read already today? Seems like almost every day there's someone considering Oregon or flipping their initial agreement with whatever team that they initially agreed to go to, or just stacking. But you still got to be able to get the results at the end of the day. Another penalty. Let me look. Is it hooking? Tripping? Come on, Bjorky. Scott Lawton with the goal, assisted by Cam York and Morgan Frost. 1-0 Philadelphia. Got to go back to the Kraken. Can't have that Philadelphia logo up the whole game. We don't want to lose 4-0 today. We want to be able to keep this competitive. Come on, Kraken. Take advantage of your power plays. And we'll get a nice picture of Lawton here in just a second. Less than 14 minutes in the first period. Philadelphia 1, Seattle 0. Come on, baby. Defend the deep, release the Kraken. It's been almost 2 weeks. Renee in the building. What's good? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Come on, Tolvanen. The graphic that comes up above Seattle is so pretty too. You got the S, you get a little bit of like the blue and the purple as it fades to the end of their name in that like Kraken teal. Looks fucking slick, man. Come on, Maddie. 2 shots on that last power play for the Kraken. Come on now. Six shots on goal for the Kraken, 5 for the Flyers. Come on, baby. Got to help Joey out. Philadelphia is going to be very aggressive at home, especially against a team that hasn't played in 2 weeks. 27, 19, and 6 for Philadelphia, 21, 19, and 10. So Seattle is slightly better. But Philadelphia is beatable at home, though. It's not like they're, what are they, 12-2 and, what are they, 12-12 and 2? Hmm. Come on, Kraken. Stay aggressive. Less than 11 minutes to go. Almost halfway. Come on, Maddie. Six shots on goal for the Kraken, 4 for the Flyers. Still kind of getting, feeling each other out this process, even though Philadelphia came out swinging. Passing's been a little bit crisper for Philadelphia. Come on, Seattle. Play some good defense. Halfway through the first period. 1-0 Flyers. Smash that like button, baby. Yeah, well, especially with our favorite teams, I think, with our favorite teams and players, I mean, there is no real off season. It's all year, you know. Wow. Could have been 2-0 right there. Come on, Tolvanen. Come on, Yanni. Oh, teed up on him. Oh, he shot that from way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Play defense. Konechny's all over the place, too. Points, goals, assists, scoring. Come on now. Go, go, go. Here we go. Ah, less than 8 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Flyers. A little over a month before NFL free agency. Yeah, got to do Super Bowl first. Soak that in, and then and then we'll go right into the draft and the combine and preseason, and then we'll be back. Got to wait a while though. Got to soak in those things. Good save by Joey. Let's go. Nice job, bro. We needed that. 7 shots on goal for the Kraken and the Flyers. More photos up. Yanni, Lindbergh. Maddie. It's a lot of information. A lot of time. Oh, I was going to get up the Lawton. Let me do that. We got to make sure we're given the due diligence. Do that real quick. And then any other photos you want, Megan, or anyone else, once we get some more people coming through. Oh, Hack on the mic. Wow, an interview from Hack already? Thanks, Hack. Bye, Hack. All right, baby. 1-0 Philadelphia. Scott Lawton. All right, come on, Kraken. Yeah, I was gonna say I can. Yeah, we can do the coaching staff, and we can get some of those guys up. Just fire off some names, and I'm gonna have files probably for everyone at some point with McDonald and everyone else. So for sure. Once we get into intermission and whatnot, we'll have time for quite a few photos of the Kraken or any of the Hawks players or coaches if you want those. Less than 8 minutes to go. We're down 1-0. Come on now. Sure, I got you, Matt. Come on, Kraken. A little rusty out there. I mean, trying to get through the same type of repetitive motions and trying to be able to kind of break through this little, I wouldn't even say it's a slump, but just trying to, get that chemistry and continuity back after having 2 weeks off. We just got to stay aggressive. Less than 7 minutes to go in the first period. Let's go, baby. Sixth in the Pacific, the Kraken. Philadelphia is third in the Metro. 52 points total for Seattle, 60 for Philadelphia. We've got a long ways to go. Got to find a way to take advantage of this easy schedule or easier, winnable schedule, after the All-Star break. Hopefully we can. I say by Joey. Nice job, Joey. Let's go, Maddie. Bowie's waiting. Let's go. Somebody's got to have some offense for us today. Go, Hack. Take care of your mental health. You only got one. Take care of yourself. You're making moves. You're making moves. Staff starting to come together. Defensive minded. Should be electric. Might take a couple years to kind of, get all the guys that he wants to, get in there, that are his guys, but it'll be very exciting to see how it all plays out. The main thing is just wanting to be able to be competitive with the Niners, and being on the Rams level or better than the Rams. And so you'll have three teams competing: Arizona at the bottom, and then the Rams and Seattle and the Niners, battling it out every year. 8 shots on goal for the Flyers, 7 for the Kraken. Less than 6 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Philadelphia. Yeah, I would say there's definitely some energy. Anytime you get new pieces, whether it's new coach, new coordinator, coordinators, offense and defense, or one or the other, or a new GM, or ownership, changes. Yeah, it does get a little exciting. There's a little bit of excitement there of like, the possibilities, if everything, stays good, draft well, bring in some free agents and kind of see if they mold this team to be more defensive oriented, maybe like from Pete's earlier teams that he had with like the Legion of Boom. So it'll be exciting for sure. Oh, Joey, what a save! Good job, Joey. Great save. All the saves. 3 saves? You got to give him some help. Come on, Seattle. Yeah, things are starting to come along with the Colts as well. There'll be a lot of mock drafting pretty soon for a lot of people. A lot more, highlight films that'll be watched and reviewed, and but it will be very intriguing to see where people fall. There's going to be people that slide in the draft a little bit, but again, sometimes sliding in the draft is good. Oh, baby Ravens there in Seattle. Okay. Defense, baby. Yeah, I kept telling y'all, the tight ends, you needed someone better, for a while. And then if you can end up getting one of the best ones that's ever played, that would be huge. As long as they are able to give him the ball, you don't want to have a Kyle Pitts situation. You want a Sam Laporta situation. So if you get Brock Bowers and you actually use him like Laporta, that could be the difference between the Colts making the playoffs or not. So, yeah, if they do draft him, it could be very, very exciting. And then obviously Richardson's stock would go up even more if he could stay healthy, knowing that he's got a guy like that he could throw to. And that would be a pretty cool place to see him play if you guys, pull the trigger and grab him in the draft. Reflect in the building. What's good? I was waiting for you to come in. Any type of photos. I'm going to do some Seahawks coaching photos. A little Grub, Frazier. We did a little McDonald here that we did. I'll just have to make a file for the two of you, just of all the new Seattle stuff. I could still sprinkle in a little pink for you, if you want to be able to see that, But if you want to, get excited about the new regime and and we got to make sure that we're representing that. So they were, plus, a lot of the stuff before it actually went down, there was a lot of people that were out and about and, that had video and pictures of all those guys, like at a restaurant or a bar drinking beers together. And so a lot of them assumed that, it's one thing that you might want to go to one destination, but, if this destination is here, instead of, maybe following Daboa, going to Bama and following his footsteps, if some guys are going to end up, changing their mind about college and then they're going to go pro, or, maybe you end up doing the college route like Chip Kelly. So, everyone is going to be able to find their way eventually. And then if you do well, it's not going to matter if you're in college or the pros. Eventually, you'll get other job opportunities based on, how good you are with your preparation and, how many dubs you get at the end of the day, So, people can flip-flop, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to do well. It's a totally different type of mindset and game. A good save. Take care of your mental health, y'all. It's important. Weather's been nice. Me and Paisley went on a couple walks already. No rain, blue sky, sun came out. It was nice. We'll go for another 45 minutes, an hour walk later after the game is over. Really embracing the Pacific Northwest and what it has to offer, man. I feel like I definitely took the outdoors for granted, but that's the blessing of having Paisley Pup in my life, being able to open up other things in my life that really do give me joy. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Flyers. 11 shots on goal for Philadelphia, 7 for the Kraken. We've been off for 13 days. Feels like a lifetime. I knew we were going to be a little bit rusty. Our records are almost identical. We're slightly better than them, but again, on the road, a lot of time off, a little rusty out there. I feel that some of the bodies have healed up in that 2-week absence, besides obviously Bjorky, because he had to be involved in the All-Star festivities, so his body didn't get a break as some of the others did. But I feel, we got an easier schedule this, second half of the season. So if we just win the games that we're supposed to win, we should be in a good position where we might be close at the end of the season. 20 doll hairs, 80 to go. We'll get some grub and we'll get some of those other photos up here. Got a couple minutes before intermission. And then anything that you guys want, you let me know. Type it in. I got you. Appreciate you guys very much. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. We'll go live probably around 3:15, maybe 15 minutes before, something like that. Kraken goals. PG pause season 27th, 4th, and 28th. So he went 28th, 4th, and then 27th. Second largest drop off in NHL this season. That is a big drop off. We need more scoring, baby. Two minutes to go. Come on, baby. I feel a lot of games. Baby, I was just about to say a lot of games are won and lost in the last 2 minutes of a period. Either teams just kind of laying off and getting lazy a little bit, or they find a way to be able to, take advantage of a team that's slightly napping. Bang, baby. 1-1, a little Tata sauce. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Done with the pass. Oh, baby. Maddie and Eberly down there, down low. Thomas, Tata, let's go. We're knotted up at 1. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes you just get those feelings too, and I feel like with Seattle, just like every other NHL team, a lot of the ones that are coached up correctly. It's like you cannot, let up in the last 2 minutes because especially when you end up getting an elite team, sometimes an elite team can rifle off 2 goals in like 30 seconds in the last 2 minutes. And then you can't come back at that point because momentum has already shifted. So hopefully this counts. They're doing like, they're going for an offside challenge. Boo! Philadelphia is challenging. Boo! Oh, I know he is. He is an assassin. You are right. Are we offsides? Wow, look at this. Dave Jackson, this NHL rules analyst, is just like pulling his hair out right here. Wow, that is so close. That is one of the closest replays I think I've ever seen this season in 2024. Oh, they're going the up top guy. Oh, please. Please. Tomas Tata, assisted by Vince Dunn and Adam Larson. Man, these guys. Doing the Law and Order. The Law and Order music while we're waiting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. If they're gonna look at it this long, they might as well just it'll stand, you would think. If it's so close and come on now, let us have it. They were focusing on the guys in the middle instead of the guy up top. They've broken it down in like 7 frames, and they're like rewinding it, going forward, fast forward, rewinding. Super long review. What the heck is going on here? It's like I feel like they almost want to now, just have it stand. What do we got here? There we go. That was the longest review of the season. I don't think we've had one longer than that. Yes, Maddie down low with a little disruption, baby. Yes, yes, yes. 1-1. I was getting a little nervous there, thinking, oh God, please don't, because we need all the momentum that we can get. And it took us this long to be able to have something quality, getting that goal taken off the board. It's tough. God, I love these graphics for the Kraken players with the Seattle and the colors, with the name above the player. Looks so good. Bjorky, Eberly, Jared McCann, to Dunn, to Bjorky, to McCann. I mean, it would make it so much easier for me to be able to do like a play-by-play if I can actually see everyone and know who they are. Especially with hockey, they do it so far back. They're not close up. So once they end up doing that one day, where they actually have the player name above, the player, the whole broadcast, then you'd be able to go even deeper into the play calling. Benefit of the doubt. Yes. Less than 2 minutes to go. We're knotted up at 1. Oh, wow. So they gave it to Maddie. They changed it. Instead of Tata, they went it to right now, they just went to Maddie. Tata got the assist with Dunn. Unless they change it again, but that's what it looks like. It just came up. Maddie, you ask and you shall receive. Oh, damn it. 2-1 Flyers. You got to be kidding me. Gosh, that was quick. Yeah, I just do it based off whatever ESPN brings up on their pages because I'll just go based on what they post, and then if they end up changing it. So 2-1 Flyers. Right in between the wickets. Ryan Bowling, shorthanded, assisted by Garnett, Hathaway, and Nick Steeler, who's on the thumb. Damn it, Ryan. Fuck. Just like when we caught them sleeping with like less than 3 minutes to go, we got caught sleeping, and right there, right back. 12th shorthanded goal leads the NHL, the Philadelphia Flyers. Sons of bitches. I was going to start to feel pretty good there, knotted up at 1, going into the second period. Tolvanen to Schwartz. Come on, Schwartz. We need you, baby. Burakovsky. Matty Beniz. Nice pass. Burakovsky. to Tolvanen, Barakowski to Evans. See you, Riker. Nice pass. Nice pass. Good save. Oh, I was really hoping for a 1-1. Less than a minute to go. 2-1 Philadelphia. All right, Brian, I see you. I see you. Damn it. You know, all these guys are trying to make money after they're done. Yeah, we'll see. You know, some guys are really likable, you know, like Jason, but you know, we don't, and obviously they have their little podcast that they're doing, but being on like live TV, calling a game, you know, is a whole nother animal in a whole nother world, you know, unless you're one of the guys that's doing pregame or postgame for the men and the women. But I mean, for the people that are doing the live play by play, oh, big hit. Whoa. We fucking, oh, baby. Seattle with a monster hit. That one guy went flying. But again, you know, play by play is going to be the hardest, and then obviously being a good color analyst, it still takes a lot of skill. I mean, Romo is good, and people shit on him all day and all night. I mean, he's better in the broadcast booth than normally as a player, and as a player, he was pretty damn good. So, but again, some people just don't like Nance, you know, and Romo, and some, you know, don't like you know, Aikman and Buck, and I guess it just depends if you're an AFC fan or if you're an NFC fan. So. But I'm not sure if Jason, you know, and he's an incredibly talented guy, you know what I mean? But I'm not sure if he's good enough to be like in the booth. I mean, of course, he's probably one of the most likable NFL players out there, you know, but just because you're likable, you know, he would have to practice. I mean, it also depends what role he's doing, you know. Not saying that he can't do it, but it's not like anybody can go in there and, you know, be great, you know. I think like a lot of them think, oh, Tony Romo can do it, I can do it. Well, not all of y'all are Tony Romo, you know. So 2-1 Flyers. 25th anniversary. I think I saw this. When did this come out yesterday? This post? I think I saw something that's on my timeline, you know, maybe yesterday or this morning. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace returns to theaters May 3rd, the day after my birthday. May the 4th be with you. Very cool. Anytime I end up seeing, you know, any of them on, you know, TV, you know, sometimes I have to click. You know, I've already seen each one a billion times, but you know, I am really excited to see how you know, polished Brady is when he goes in, because I feel that, you know, he is very personable, you know, and it's all going to be about cadence and finding the rhythm with the other person. But I actually think that Brady is going to be very, very good. You know, it might take him in that first year. You know, there'll be some ups and, you know, there'll be some, you know, awkward moments, just like for anyone, you know, getting adjusted to working with someone brand new. But a lot of test runs, a lot of like games that are showed in front of them, and then they turn off the audio and then they, practice calling the game before they actually have to go on air. And that happens many, many times when you're someone that's newer. They kind of set you up in these situations before you actually go live. But I'm definitely excited to hear his stories, and it's going to be stuff that's like, people actually want to hear him talk based off his experiences with like, meditation, diet, working out, exercising, all those other things to make you great, preparation, film study. So it'll be kind of cool to be able to hear like his perspective. And I don't think it's going to be something where you're still going to get haters that hate on Brady, but I feel that it can't get any worse than fucking Aikman and Joe Buck, can it? It's like we got to find others that can at least be entertaining, that have a decent voice, that we kind of, want to listen to, or, don't mind listening to when they call a game. So, unless it's like for me, like Gus Johnson, like I can listen to him call any game. It could be fucking Rutgers versus Butler. I'm probably watching because he's calling the game, but there's not very many Gus Johnsons out there, as we know. Let me get some grub up for you, for Megan and Reflect. Right here. Grub. Who won Flyers? Hell, if you guys can be anything close to what the Ravens defense is based on how they built their squads, the closer you guys to being, the Ravens defense on that side of the ball and a couple more pieces on that O-line, who's to say that we're not seeing Seattle in an NFC championship game in the next 5 years? You just got to be able to build it. If you build it, they will come. Grub. Ryan. We're in first intermission, 2-1 Philadelphia. Throwing up photos for the Goats. Oh, nice. You like JC? It'll be very interesting to see what each team does in the draft, especially this year and next year with the amount of talent that we're going to have. And not only at quarterback, but, there's some amazing pieces at wide receiver, center with Jackson Powers. This draft is going to have some Hall of Famers. There's going to be some Pro Bowl players, all pro. There's going to be guys that shine from day one. There's going to be guys that it'll take half a season and then they'll start shining. And then there'll be others that it might take them into that second year before they start figuring it out, but they will. Definitely excited to see where it goes for sure. Get some Leslie Frazier in here too. Got to get all of them in there. Can't leave any of them out. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X. Philadelphia 2, Seattle Kraken 1, end of the first period in the intermission. And we're just throwing up photos for the donators to the channel. Yeah, I mean, there's especially if you can get guys that are within the division if they're available, that always helps. Add a piece while they get, have to look somewhere else. Crazy how things can change so dramatically for the Seahawks and the Huskies in a matter of like a month and a half, where you're so comfortable on where things are, and there's, so much anticipation and, thinking of what's going to be, the team next year and, what players and, sometimes a shakeup is needed. Sometimes, you need to go to a different direction. And it's going to be exciting, I think, in the Pacific Northwest for quite some time. And then we got Mariners right around the corner, too. Now I got to look at Julio for a second. Julio! Is it baseball season yet? Go, baby. Getting closer. All right, get your walk in. I got 2 in already today. This is what you think the 5 are. These are the top 5 or your favorite 5. Oh, Julio. Swag. Let's go. That's your top 5? Start doing top 5s on your Twitter X account. Top 5 quarterback. You can either do your top 5, or how you think the top 5 is going to be drafted. Those are 2 totally different things. Do your top 5 quarterback, top 5 running back, top 5 receiver, top 5 guards, top 5. If you're already going to be looking at that information anyways, use those as your little mini posts that you do anyways. I was about to say, Worthy's got to be up somewhere in the top 10. We don't know how good of a player he's actually going to be on the next level, but his athleticism and potential are there. But again, whether you're the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, it's all the same. Usually 5, 6, 7 are all going to be pretty fucking close to production. They're all expected to be pretty fucking good. It's just that once you get into that 1, 2, 3 category, then that's, where you might actually have a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, or Hall of Fame player. But again, sometimes, you don't have to be the biggest name, but if you go to a team that's like borderline playoffs and, you get an opportunity to play, like if they implement someone on Green Bay, you look at like with Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, are they the best receivers? No, but they find ways to make plays. So sometimes when you slide, and go to a team, maybe that you didn't think that you would be on, but you can still, make a name for yourself. It's like Julio. Julio, baby. Come on, Kraken. Flames, Predators, and Kraken. And then we got the Kings and the Blues in the playoff and the wild card currently. Take care of your mental health. They only got one, baby. Take care of it. Intermission is about to end here in just a second. Electric start from Philadelphia. The Kraken found a way to try to cut into the lead. It was 1-0, then 1-1, and then Philadelphia right back, 2-1. I'm going to go check up on Paisley here real quick, make sure that she's doing okay. And then we'll be ready to go here for the second period. And hopefully the Kraken can score within the first maybe 8 minutes, so we can find a way to gain some Uncle Mo and some of that momentum. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let's go, Kraken. Defend the deep. Let's go, Joey. All right, I'm back. Just had to feed my pup. Make sure that she's good. Give her some food. Give her some strawberries and some blueberries. She's happy. Nothing makes me happier. All right, baby. Well, besides the Kraken getting a dub today, that would make me happy. And actually having an amazing Super Bowl tomorrow, that would make me happy. Let's go, Hack. Let's go, Kraken. Yeah, you tell me all whatever you want to be able to express, Oregon Duck wise, you do you, bro. Put it in there. I support you no matter what, dude. Doesn't matter what you're fucking writing about. I'm gonna support. That's what you do when you're boys. You support each other, right? Feels good to be supported, like genuinely supported. You just have to realize, on like Twitter and X and stuff, there's, it's like pretty much when you're in, when you're not a famous person and you're tweeting about certain things or talking or, posting, it's like pretty much you're talking to yourself. And then every once in a while, someone will respond, but it's not going to be like every time, you know what I mean? Unless you get someone that's like regular, that's your friend like me that, no matter what, I'm going to take the time. And then if I see I've missed some because it didn't come up on my timeline, I go back and I make sure I like the ones that you did from before. There's not a lot of people out there that do shit like that, but I do. We take care of each other. That's what you do, bro. I mean, how many people are going to be able to go back on an older post and then go back and like it? Like people just don't do that nowadays. Hell, they don't even do a regular post nowadays. But that's what I do. I got you, brother. 2-1 Philadelphia. How many shoes do you have in your collection? If you consider yourself like a sneakerhead or a mini sneakerhead, do you have quite a few that you've never worn, or is everything that you have worn as far as like shoes? 2-1 Philadelphia. We just started off here in the second period. ESPN bet money line Philadelphia. Negative 260. No surprise there. Seeing if there's wow, Florida 4, Colorado 0. Woo, gosh, Colorado is really getting their ass whooped lately in the last like couple weeks. Like games that they should be winning or games that they should be competing, they are getting fucking rocked. That's good for other teams like Seattle if you can start creeping up when you get a team that usually is really, really good to start to slide. Hell, if you're 32, 16, and 4 and you're fucking sliding, I'll take that. Senators up 2-1 on the Maple Leafs. Let's see if the Maple Leafs can catch up. Devils and Hurricanes in a good matchup, knotted up at 0. Lightning 2, Blue Jackets 0. Jets 2, Penguins 0. Come on, Sidney Crosby, wake up. Coyotes and Predators. And then what do we got? Oilers and Kings. And then the Blues beat the Sabres earlier today, 3-1. There you go. Stars beat the Canadiens. Okay, Preston's happy for the Stars. Red Wings and Canucks. Caps and Bruins. Oh, damn, the Caps beat the Bruins 3-0. How the hell does that happen? The Bruins beat the shit out of Vancouver, the Canucks, right? Number one in the Atlantic and the Pacific, and then all of a sudden you lose to the Caps 3-0. That's hockey for you, just like baseball. You never know. Oh, player collides with Joey Decord. Get out of there. Blues are hot, red hot. Slashing. We'll put up Philadelphia's logo. I always like to make sure we're keeping it, a little bit here, a little bit there. Good for this sports gods. You got to keep it 100. 6 out of 7. That is hot. Philadelphia power play. Come on now. Yanni Gord was slashing. Come on, Yanni. Yanni. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Drysdale. Ooh. Good job, Joey. Let's go, baby. We need you. Close Kraken. Open Kraken. Anchor Kraken. Let's go. Defend the deep. Release the Kraken. Bowie needs something to be excited about. Let's go. Help your boy out. You can't do it forever. York to Lawton. Nice pass. Wow. It's just I just like it so much better when they have the names above because then I can actually call the passes and what's happening in the matchup itself. When they don't have the names, unless you're very familiar with every single team in the NHL and all the numbers and all the body types and the body sizes, the camera angle is just, I guess it just depends on what you're watching it on. But regardless if you're watching it on a phone, a tablet, a computer, or a TV, the camera angle is further back. I mean, you're not right there on top of the players. So Lawton, 3 more likes to 10. Let's get there. Let's get to 10 and then maybe try to get to 15 if we get a few more people. It takes 5 seconds to take 1 second to go in there and just like it. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well. There we go. Got a couple people in there. So if you are watching and in the room but just don't want to talk, it's completely fine. Or if you're watching on the Twitter side. But if you can smash the like button, or if you feel that you want to comment, please do. Let us know that you're here. All right, we're full strength now. 15 minutes to go in the second period. 3 shots on that power play, all no-goes. Come on, Seattle. Icing. 17 shots on goal for Philadelphia, only 10 for the Kraken. We need more than we need to be up closer to where they're at. We need to be at that 14, 15, 16 range. We can't be sitting at 10 with a period and 5 minutes already passed with 10. We need more than that, especially on the road. And I'll have to make a Super Bowl thumb tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be doing anything crazy food-wise since I'll be, obviously grinding it out here on the channel. So, I mean, unless we get some like massive dono before the Super Bowl starts, where I can like order some type of pizza or something, but I don't have any plans for anything like that. But it's still going to be great. We're going to have a good time. Flyers and Devils, Hurricanes and Coyotes, Stars. Winter Classic. Jose in the building. What's good? 2-1 Flyers. 14:40 left in the second period. Come on, Seattle. Ooh. Oh, big collision. Who was that? Matty off to the bench. Matty's helmet went flying off. I hope he didn't get hurt there. Come on, Kyler. No connecting. Come on, Burakovsky. Nice. Who's your favorite team? You got a favorite team? Is it Seattle or Philadelphia? Or a favorite player? Oh! Oh, so close. Seattle has no shots on goal. Come on, Seattle. Can we get a shot on goal this period, please? Come on, Bjorky. Passing, if we could just get passing to be a little bit crisper, that's going to lead to more, openings and passing lanes and opportunities for Seattle. Sometimes just, getting back to the basics. Good save. I'm going to go tuck my pup in. We're going to a commercial break. 2-1 Flyers. I'll be back in about 30 seconds to a minute. Kraken. Joey. It's the guy right here. Go Kraken. We got to be able to help him out offensively. Like I almost feel like Decord sometimes is like our pitchers for the Mariners. Like you got all these big names, but if you don't put up production and hits and runs, from JP and Julio and the rest of the crew, you're not going to be able to even win those close ones. You got to be able to find a way to win those close games. 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3. Come on, Seattle. 16 saves for Joey already. 10 shots on goal for Seattle, and you've already played like 30 minutes. It's unbelievable. We're like halfway through the game and you're at 10 and you've already, he's had to fight off 16. You got to be able to help your teammates out. I mean, what do you expect Joey to save? Like 30, 40 fucking shots on goal? Come on now. Oh, we got one. We're at 11 now. Help Joey out, baby. Come on, Kraken. Less than 11 minutes to go in the second period. 2-1 Flyers. 19 shots on goal for Philadelphia, 11 for the Kraken. Old man. Old man. Old man Ferguson. Come on, Seattle. 11 shots on goal with about 30 minutes of ice time is ridiculous. I know we've had 2 weeks off and we're a little rusty. I know some guys are healthy. I don't know if some of them got out of shape, but come on now. Who's going to be the guy that starts that momentum for us? Because it just feels like if Philadelphia gets it to 3-1, we may not come back. Like, hell, it's 2-1 right now. And, it's like, when are we going to actually get an opportunity for a good shot on goal? Hopefully, the closer that we can get to knot it up 2-2, if we can have that happen in the beginning of the third period, at least by that point, then we'll have a shot. Old man. Come on, Riker. Kyler, stick broke. He tries kicking the puck. Kyler. Oh, Kyler. Slashing. Slashing on Kyler Yamamoto. Sean Walker and the box. Let's take advantage of this right here. Come on now. We're not going to get too many of these opportunities. It's like, power plays, and then let alone when we get a power play, can we actually score off of it? And most of the time the answer is hell no, we can't. So hopefully this will be one of the opportunities that we can take advantage of. Like if we get 5 power plays in a game, we might get 1 goal off one of them, maybe. Tonight, 0 for 2. We're 15th in the NHL on power play, so we're kind of in the middle. Not the best, but we're definitely not the worst. But I feel that we should be much worse than 15th. I felt that we were like in the 20s, but Burakovsky to Dunn. Back to Burakovsky. Wild pass. Beniers. Maddie to Tolvanen to Dunn. Oh, nice save. And now they're getting chippy. Fight him. Give him a black eye. Let's go. There we go. Show some fucking emotion. David Chappelle in the building. Old man Ferg. Yes, they are. They're good with comebacks. I mean, even if the Seattle has a slightly better record, most people understand, what it's like to go on the road, and and plus Seattle's had like 2 weeks off, so I don't think there's very many Seattle fans that were like, "Yep, we're going to win by a bunch." Like if we were going to win this game, it would be like the skin of our teeth, just finding a way to win by like one goal. But I kind of felt like it was going to be an uphill battle in this game, and it totally has been. You got to give credit, to Philadelphia. They're playing well. Their passing was so crisp in the first period that when they got that goal, I could kind of feel it, the anticipation. When you start to see like one or two really good, crisp passes, and then you get them in the crease or in the zone, that one timer or a wrister, you can kind of just anticipate if as long as the angle is good and the other player has a chance at it, that it's going to be a more than likely a score. If it's going to be 100 miles an hour, even the best goalies have a hard time once in a while with that. Come on, baby. McCann, DeWenberg, Dunn, DeWenberg, to McCann, to Bjorkstrand. Get Bjorky involved, damn it. Dunn, DeWenberg, to Bjorky. Nice pass to Eberle. Back to Bjorky, to Dunn. Just wide. Eberle. Good pass to Wenberg. Oh. Nice glove save. Philadelphia, I see you. Philadelphia good on this. Wenberg again. Denied. Offsides. Philadelphia's defense, phenomenal there. It's like when Seattle ends up getting a power play, I shouldn't feel like we're at a disadvantage. If it's 5-on-4, why are we at a disadvantage? That's just what it is sometimes when you watch hockey. What a save. David Chappelle Sr. He's getting ready for the Super Bowl. Who you got in the Super Bowl, David? You got your arch enemy, the Kansas City Chiefs, or are you going for Bang Bang Niner Gang? I hope it's close. Either way, either Mahomes' legacy is gonna, have another notch added to his resume, or Kyle Shanahan is finally going to get over the hump with John Lynch, and Shanahan will get that first ring. So, either way, it's a win-win for the NFL. But it's not going to be the last time that we're going to see these two teams, face each other. This is the second time, and realistically, we might get this Super Bowl one or two more times before the career is over, just depending on how long Shanahan is there with Lynch, and obviously with Mahomes, Kelsey, and Andy Reid. 19 shots on goal for Philadelphia. The Kraken have been swinging, and we somehow got it to 16. So we've gotten 6 shots on goal in the last 8 minutes, with 10 in the first 30. I mean, as long as it's not a blowout, hopefully it ends up being, where it could end up being Chiefs by 10 or more. It could be something like that. And we know, like, Reflect thought maybe it could be like a 10-13 win by the Chiefs, like where they end up having a little bit of a lead, like 3-7, or they're down and get the lead. And then all of a sudden, like a big play happens maybe towards the end, and then it extends the lead a little bit more. Pick six or fumble for a touchdown or a special teams touchdown or whatever it may be. Nice save. But I hope it's not a blowout. I hope the game ends up being decided by 1 to 3 points. I hope it ends up being that close. But you never know. A lot of times the AFC, NFC championship games end up being better than the Super Bowl. But this year, we'll find out. Both defenses are in the top 7, but normally in the top 5, almost the whole year. Sometimes even in the top 3. Hell, there was at points in the season where they were both in the top 2. There's just going to be different statistics that they're going to go up and down, obviously with teams like the Jets and the Browns and the Cowboys and a few others. Some are good for about a month, and then they start dipping like the Cowboys, and then they have to fight back to get up there. or you could be like the Jets and the Browns and a few of these other defenses that, they're just legit all game, all 4 quarters, all year, good depth. Yeah. But also remember too, the first time the game was played, it ended up being kind of in a blowout because the Niners were up. What were they up? Like 20-10 in the fourth quarter with like 7, 8, 9 minutes left, right? And then they ended up rifling off, well, however many points after that. Like, what did they end up getting after that? 17 plus points, afterwards. So, I mean, anytime you can fire off, big points and score on 2 or 3 drives, especially late, in the third or fourth quarter, but you never know. Also, too, Brock Purdy had that 4-pick game. Not saying that he's going to have that, but if Purdy, has 2 picks, McCaffrey fumbles, or something happens like that, I mean, there is a possibility where it could be a bigger point total, than we think. Like, oh, the defenses are great. They are, but at some point, I mean, there's about bending or breaking. And, obviously we want a close game, by 3 or 4 points, but I do see a scenario in my brain where we could have one of the teams win by 10 to 13 points. I could see that happening. But it wouldn't be like they would be up by that much the whole game and then the other team can't. It'll be back and forth, and then maybe someone's got like a touchdown lead, like 6 or 7 points, and then they have a big play happen late, and then that's it. That's the Super Bowl. So we'll see. We'll see on how it all plays out. But I could see that scenario happening. But if I see that scenario happening of somebody winning by 10 to 13, I only see the Chiefs winning by 10 or 13. I can't see the Niners winning by 10 to 13 on that Chief defense, which is ranked higher. No Talanoa Hufanga, that's a big deal for the Niners not having him. But we can all hope that it ends up being great. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second period. 20 shots on goal for Philadelphia. Seattle has gotten 6 in the last 8 minutes. They're up to 16 now. That's better than 10 in the first 30. Still down by 1. Come on, Kraken. I'm a big Kyle Shanahan guy. Love him. It'll be really good for his legacy, especially with Matt Ryan, 28-3, and Jimmy Garoppolo. But again, you need better quarterbacks. And I'm not sure, if Brock Purdy is good enough. They might have to try to go even bigger. But at this point, like, what's bigger? Kirk Cousins, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt. But even Kirk Cousins in a Super Bowl, who's to say that he doesn't fuck up and, he fucks up on that big stage? Or he could end up being great. It's like sometimes you don't really know when a quarterback is ranked 10, 11, 12, 13. Sometimes they play like a top 5, and other times they play like a bottom 10. So, I mean, now with Kirk Cousins in that injury and that rehab, you probably would be better off with Brock, but you might need someone better like Jalen, on the, from the Eagles to the Niners, someone that talent if you're going to be going against Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Lamar at some point. If it's not going to be Mahomes, you might need to have someone like on the Jalen Hurts level, which is like the only elite quarterback in the NFC. Like as far as, comparing to Burrow and Mahomes and Lamar and Herbert, like really there's only one. We can't say it's Dak or any of the other quarterbacks. I mean, really there's Jalen. I think Jalen is the only one that you could say that is, top 10. And a lot of people, when he's healthy, think, he's a top 5 quarterback. It's, you could definitely make that argument. But if you only got one top 5 guy and then you got like 4, 5, 6 top 10s on the other side, you better hope that your defense is legit or you're not going to win. It's like, who do you trust more, Mahomes or Purdy? Whose defense is better? Who's been playing better on defense as of late? The Chiefs, right? McCaffrey's the best running back, but again, for me, it's like for them to win, he might have to score 2 or 3 times. I don't think you can win a Super Bowl with the Niners if he only scores once. That won't be good enough. Less than 4 minutes to go. I mean, either outcome is going to make me happy, because it'll be cool to be able to see Mahomes get one step closer with his legacy with Kelsey, and at one point Mahomes can put himself into a category of, getting closer to being the number 2 guy. But if you have to be like the number 3 or number 4 guy already, and you're still playing, and you're matching up with like Montana and Peyton Manning, that's a hell of a good start. For the first half of your career. Now, can you just have a awesome back end of your career like Kobe and Brady did? And if you can, then we'll be talking about Mahomes being the best quarterback besides Tom Brady at the end of the day, even passing Peyton and Joe Montana, which I think is pretty likely. That Mahomes will pass both of those guys. So, I mean, you could already argue at this point that Mahomes is, on the cusp now already to do that. So, but at least with Peyton, he won it with 2 different teams, which is a cool thing. And then Brady did it. Kraken, Flyers, 2-1, Philadelphia. Pacheco, I don't know. I think Pacheco, we already know he's a good player. So we already know that he plays like a top 10 player. So it's like, I don't worry about Pacheco. McCaffrey, he should be able to get a tutty. Pacheco, you would assume, would get a tutty in the game as well. They're going to run the ball. McKinnon is hurt. Pacheco is aggressive. He's a little undersized. But, I mean, if McCaffrey gets one, Pacheco can get one. So Rashee Rice, actually making the catches, that might be more of an X factor than Pacheco because, Kelsey can, he can get his, and he's hot, and he's been, not really dropping a whole lot. But in my mind, it's like I can already visualize like Kelsey, and Pacheco maybe getting in. But what about Rice? And if Rice can get in and they can get 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals, maybe that's the difference in the Super Bowl if we have a close game. One team gets 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals, as long as Moody doesn't miss one, right? That's 20, or roughly around 20 to 24. And then if you get 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals with Butker, depending on if Kelsey only gets one or Pacheco only gets one, and then they spread it around, and then maybe it's Pacheco, Rice, and Kelsey, add some 2 field goals by Butker, and then boom shakalaka, you're sitting at 27. So, 23-20, 24-20, 27-24. 23-20. I mean, 27-23. Somewhere between 20 and 27 points, I think is the most likely outcome, but you never know. I mean, crazy shit could happen. Hopefully it ends up not being a low Super Bowl. No one is going to want to see, 13-10. So, yeah, no built-in mic. Nice try though. Hello? Hello? 20-17, 2-1 Philadelphia. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Let's go, baby. Come on, Wenberg. But I am sad that Super Bowl is tomorrow. One last matchup. It went by way too quick. But with Mahomes, a legacy on the line with the experience, a lot of pressure, to be the villain, since Brady is no longer playing. And you don't want to go 2-2. You don't want to start going down that direction and being like the LeBron James of the NFL, because then you're not going to be able to match up to like the Joe Montana 4 Super Bowls, no losses. And then even with Brady going to 10 and losing 3 and going 7-3, it's like you want to make sure that you're 3-1 at this point in the career, and then you can kind of stay that way. So if he ends up going to 8 and he ends up, being like, win 6 and loses 2, or something of that nature, if he can get to that many, if it ends up happening that way, you definitely don't want to be closer to that 500 mark or below. Reflect with a 3-er. Paisley, calm down. Stacks on stacks, Rex on Rex with a little cactus jack. Bang, bang, $3 holla. I gotta go see what Paisley is barking at. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. Nice save by Joey. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Well, if the defense played good last year, you could have won. I mean, you should have won. All you had to do was get a sack and a pick. Just get one sack lunch, one interception, some kind of pressure with all those players, the Fletcher Cox, with all the Georgia players. Someone had to have got in there, but the main reason that Kansas City ended up getting that Super Bowl is that offensive line. That offensive line won the game for them. And obviously, we know both teams were slipping on that field last year a lot, but still, I don't think anyone anticipated Kansas City and their offensive line kind of manhandling Philadelphia's D line, and they have depth. So it wasn't just like the regular guys; it was even the backups that were really good last season for them, and then they weren't even able to get through. So you never know in Super Bowls. Sometimes crazy stuff happens where the weakest unit out of all the positional groups ends up being the MVP and the reason why a team wins a Super Bowl. Because most people thought Kansas City's O-line was the worst unit, and they ended up being the MVP of the Super Bowl. But hopefully Philadelphia will figure it out, and they don't waste Jalen's career, and hopefully he'll be able to get to a Super Bowl, and you'll win it. You'll win it this next time around. $3 holla. Bang bang. Boom boom. End of the second period. Bang bang. 2-1 Philadelphia. Come on now. All right, what do you want to do for photos? Let me know what you are thinking, and I got you. All right, end of the second period. 2-1 Philadelphia. Seattle, we need something. Come on, baby. Come on, Bjorky. So let me know where you want to go. Anything specific that you want, let me know. And I got you. Take a look to see what other scores and what other things we got going on. Super Bowl Sunday, baby. San Francisco by 1.5. Like, what do they have to gain? They're just going to have more and more people putting bets on for the Niners, knowing that they're going to lose, but they make them the favorite. And then we get Kansas City with the win, and then they end up winning more money that way. Is that the method to the madness? Do the people really think that the Niners are the better team? Like, do really people think that? Or are they trying to sway some people to win some money? Kansas City Chiefs defense is better. O-line, D-line, defense, coaching, play calling. No Talanoa Hufanga. I mean, it's not like the Niners can't win it, but it'll be very interesting to see. Very impressive if Bang Bang Niner Gang gets it for Kyle Shanahan. But as far as like legacy, I mean, for Kyle Shanahan's legacy, it's huge. For Mahomes' legacy, it's huge. You don't want to be known as that guy that always loses. And as far as Mahomes, if you want to be the closest thing to Brady, as far as getting to the records, and maybe not getting to 7, but you might be able to get to 5 or 6, and that's going to be pretty fucking phenomenal if you think about how the league is, especially with Burrow and Allen and Lamar and Herbert with Harbaugh now. It's like if you're able to continue to be the team and be the Brady of this generation, and all these other guys, they only get like one opportunity on Mahomes in like a 4-year span. So if you're Burrow and you finally beat him, you better win it all, because if you don't, you might not be able to get past Mahomes again, or the team may not be as good. So 23-20 Chiefs? Or is it going to be a blowout, like maybe the Chiefs win by 10-13? That scenario reflect. I could see that. I can't see the Niners winning by 10-13, but I can see the Chiefs pulling away. Something crazy happens, and then they end up winning by 10-13. I could see that. I mean, I still respect the Niners, but again, to win by 10 or 13, all that means is, the game is close, and then all of a sudden there's a pick six or there's a big play, and then you end up getting a touchdown, extra point, you're already up by 3 or 4 at that point, and then you end up winning by 11 or 12 or 13. So it's not like, they've just been up by 2 touchdowns the whole game. Like, we can't really see that when both defenses are top 7, but have been top 5, and even have been of the top 2 or 3 at some point in the season. You're going opposite. You're going 23-20 Niners. And then if that ends up happening, then my love for Kyle Shanahan, and with him and McVay and the play calling and the scheme, coaching, for me, it's like there's going to be different types of coaches. Like, those two are similar. Then you get the Mike Tomlin with the consistency. Then you get the Dan Campbell with the quote unquote meathead, but is honest and genuine and real, and that's what it's about. So there's going to be many coaches that are out there. It just depends on what style you connect to, and it also depends if the city and the coach connect, and then if you can connect even further from that point. So. Chiefs. What could it be? Maybe. Boom. I wish they had a Super Bowl spinning logo. That's what I need, but I don't think there's going to be time for it to get made. Spinning logo of Super Bowl logo would be awesome. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna try to find some. I gotta try to find something. Let me get your something.
Bust out the swag.
Yeah. But it definitely will come down to the conversation if they need a top 5 quarterback, or or can they win with a guy statistically like a top 10 quarterback but not a superstar? Can they win? Because when it comes down to the trenches, it's like for the Niners to be able to win, it feels like the quarterback might have to have one of those crazy games where maybe Purdy has to go for 290 and 3 touchdowns and no picks, and if he does that, then maybe they could win. But if he doesn't have like a stat line like that, or 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 310 yards, but if you get that might be good enough to get it done, depending on what Mahomes has on the other side. But like, I don't know. There's only a few scenarios in my brain that I could see the Niners winning the game, but no Talanoa Hufanga. That's big for me. McCaffrey would have to score 2 to 3 times. Purdy would have to probably have at least 2 touchdown passes. Minimize the turnovers. I don't know. It's like every like hour, there's like some other random dude that they're saying that might, be on the Ducks or whatever. So that's kind of cool. At least we've never really had that. We go through different eras and stuff, but it's like recruiting. But it's definitely more of a thing. And I think it's just the very beginning, tip of the iceberg for Oregon. But again, it'll be cool to be able to see what USC and Washington and UCLA do, and if we end up getting 2nd or 3rd or 4th, so be it. It's just going to be exciting to be able to see how it all breaks down. '49ers, Chiefs. O-line, D-line, defense, coaching, play calling. Should be interesting. Thinking also too, if they, he might need 30 to 50 yards rushing, to be able to win. Like, they're all playing the receivers man to man, and then all of a sudden there's nobody on him, and then he has an opportunity to scramble for 8 to 20 yards. And if he can make like one guy miss, and then it ends up going from a 12-yard gain to a 20-yard gain or 18, that could be huge, momentum wise, and extending the chains for an initial first down or 2 first downs on one play, with your quarterback running. Same thing with Pat. If Pat does it as well, Pat can get 30 to 60 yards on the ground. That can, the person that gets closer to 50 on the ground, if they have opportunities to run, that could end up being the difference as well too. Yeah, it's going to be so sweet. It's just the one thing that you weren't expecting is that the Rams were on your level, and then they ended up, making the playoffs and even like passing you. I don't think anyone saw that. We could start to see it like in November, December, but prior to that, it still felt like Seattle was going to get there. And so that's what, with coaching, it shows you, even when your team is like a year or 2 early, sometimes when you have an elite top 10 coach, they can get the most out of their players, win some of the rivalry games that they don't deserve to win, and then steal a couple during the regular season, and then maybe, scrap your way to a 9 or 10 or 11 win season and maybe get in. So, but as far as the Niners and the Rams and the Seahawks, that should be pretty fucking exciting. And then the Cardinals will be kind of like the dog shit team that everyone can beat up on, so at least you got that. But then the other 3, you guys are going to be slugging it out for quite a while, which would be fun. $3 holla. Look out for your mental health. It's important. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack. Bang, bang. We got ants trying to get into Paisley's dog food. Had the dog food, boom, in the house. Ants trying to come in. put it in the garage. Ants there. Might have to start transferring the dog food into buckets, so that way that the ants aren't everywhere. Yeah, you'll get a lot of Duck fans that will like your stuff if you're a Duck fan yourself. You know, you just have to use the proper tags. You don't have to tag necessarily the people. You can just do like Oregon, you know, or whatever, you know, Oregon football. And then, you know, every once in a while, if you want to tag a player in some kind of thing. But if you just do hashtags, you know, and then that will come up for certain people and then they'll be able to see it. So it's not like you're an idiot and your posts are bad and you don't make sense and it's just a bunch of, you know, shit or whatever. It's like, you know, your stuff is spot on, and it's, you know, it's pretty much you just have your own opinions on how things are going and, you know, what guys you think are good, or, you know, and a little breakdown evaluation, right? So, you know, getting results on there, you know, it's like, you know, if you're thinking that you're going to be able to get like 10, 20, 30, 50 people, you know, that shit takes time, you know. Plus a little bit of luck with the algorithm, you know, as well. Oh, he's happy now. All right, we're in the third period. It's 2-1 Flyers. Matt is motivated. He's happy now. Let's go! Jared McCann, baby. Bang! 2-2. Here we go. Aha! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jared McCann, baby. Fuck yeah. Love me some Jared McCann, baby. Nice job, Jared. 21 on the season. I knew there was a reason that I had you on the thumb today, baby. Yes. We have a chance now. Let's go, dude. Way to step up. Someone's got to step up at some point. Let's go, dude. Boy. Yes, sir. Kraken, open for business. Closed for business. Drop the anchor. Let's go. Fuck yeah, 2-2. They haven't played in like 2 weeks. This is awesome. Will Rogers. Well, I think I'm very interested to see how your team is broken down. I'll be watching a lot of Huskies, UCLA, USC. I mean, especially now that they're all part of the Big, 10. There's going to be more of a reason for me to kind of spy and keep up on everything, and also to be able to give the proper kudos, for the good stuff that those teams are doing that they might not get the recognition, because it's all going to Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State. So, fucking Jared, let's go, dude. My guy. Yeah. What is your projected stat line? What's the rest of like your returners on the team on the offensive line? What are you looking at there? I'd have to, look at the roster itself. But I do think that the Pac-12 teams are going to surprise a lot of the Big Ten teams on how good we are. I mean, like I said, it might take a while, for everything to adjust, with each team, the Big Ten and then the Pac-12 getting used to each other, but I think the Pac-12 teams that are coming in are going to have success. I don't think that we should be in the upper half, not the bottom half. And that's even with the worst one. Worst one should still be, around 7 wins, you would think. I'm excited. Hopefully Washington also, joining the ranks and, getting that notoriety and pub. All it's going to take is just getting a few guys that are big to commit, or guys that are initially committed to like Georgia, Bama, but then they find out that they're going to be the backup for a couple years, and then they transfer to Washington, end up being the starter, and then you end up having this amazing player, from like Georgia or Bama that would have sat there on the bench for 3 years, and then now it's your starter, at some point. So maybe there'll be something like that. That'll happen. So shit, I don't think anyone's gonna bet you. 28 shots on goal for the Flyers, 18 for the Kraken. I'm super excited to see how it all plays out. I'll be definitely locked in on the spring game, and it'll be very cool to be able to. I'll watch the Washington one too if they have it on like Root or whatever. I'll definitely try to keep up on all of the players. And you can get a lot of big, name guys, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. But as you know, also too, just because you get them doesn't mean that you're going to, keep them or they're going to play well. Some are going to get hurt. Some are going to transfer. Some are going to, not be a fit. Not everything is going to be all peaches and cream. It looks great on paper, but it's also about chemistry, continuity, getting team guys that are, all of them are beast mode, but you have to be able to have a little unselfishness too. You can't have any of those selfish guys if you really want to take the team the furthest it can go. So it's like I am super excited about the guys that we are getting, but also realizing that, just because you're getting a guy that's a 5-star doesn't mean he's going to be a 5-star. And it doesn't mean he's even going to stay with your team. He might leave. I save. That's the sad thing about college football with coaches and players. Big check. It's like, I got this amazing 5-star running back. He's number 2 in high school. He's the best. And then, we're going to have him for 4 years. Yeah, maybe like 10 or 20 years ago. But now you get a guy, you might have him for a year. There is no 2, 3, 4-year guarantee. All the commitment is that I'm showing up, and then you're going to be there for a year, and then we'll see what happens. That's the kind of the shitty part about college football, unless you're one of the top teams that continuously funnels in talent now from other schools instead of just getting them from, high school. Now it's, if you're the Ohio State, you're the Oregon, then boom, 3-2 Philadelphia. And damn it. And then baseball coming up. We got NASCAR. What was the deal with the NASCAR? Did you ever see? Did they say anything? Is there anything that was on? Is there any NASCAR being televised on like FS1, or is there actually some kind of like trucks or Xfinity race? I know Daytona is next week, the Daytona 500, which I always love. You know what I don't love? Seeing fucking Philadelphia get another goddamn goal. Haim? Damn it. Beautiful. 3-2 Flyers, damn it. Penalty? We're trying to get a penalty on the Kraken. Travis Zenheim Flyers goal, 3-2 Philadelphia. Fuck. That's not good. Like, we're at an uphill battle. It's hard enough for us to even get one, and then every time we get kind of close and they start pulling away. That you like to be the team that is pulling away, not the team that's trying to catch up. When you have to play catch up, you have to like pray for a miracle where you can get two in the third and then win, or take it. They don't score anymore, and then you tie it, and then hopefully you win in OT. I hope we can win this still. But just every time I feel we're just getting a little bit closer, then they are, one up us. But at least it's only by one, not two at this point. So I still feel good. 3-2, Philadelphia. The power play, 1 for 2, 4 shots. Let's make it 1 for 3. Red tie, no mercy. WWF, no mercy. Drysdale when we're not talking Dawn. Oh my God, I almost got that. Trucks on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and then Daytona next Sunday. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, one-on-one? Damn, how was that? Not a goal. That should have been 4-2 Philadelphia. Oh my God. And if you don't have money, you're kind of screwed now too, especially with the NIL stuff. It's like you're not even really like recruiting. It's like almost begging, the players and how much money, and then like you're negotiating with the player and the parents. It's kind of disgusting if you think about it. Like it's like we wanted the players to get paid so that way they didn't have to eat top ramen and whatnot, or have a job and then flunk a couple classes, or have a tutor do their homework or whatever, and then they get caught or whatever bullshit that they want to come up with, right? But now it's like, for everything that we wanted college football to be, with like an expansion and then, players getting paid. But then now, as things are starting to kind of happen, it's not all positive. We all thought it was going to be positive, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be a money power play. And the players and people are not at the best interest. It's all about what can you do for me, or what kind of money is this going to bring in. That's a damn shame. That's pretty much everything in life. Come on, baby. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, especially if the universities are making all that money off the likenesses and all that, so if the individuals can start getting money, and then obviously with this kind of internet social media era, it does allow people to express themselves and to be able to, get a following and make a name for yourself, and be able to make money for yourself if needed too, off branding or yourself. So yeah. Better the students than the university. Them pocketing think about all the money that they would get off superstar players in college. Like how much money is truly coming in off like jersey sales and t-shirts, and especially if you got like superstars. I mean, that shit is crazy. 26. Let's get to one. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how, things have changed, from every era, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then, 2010, and then now 2020 with, COVID, and then, now how, kind of the landscape of things. And the crazy thing is, you'll get the lower ones, that'll be like 10K, 20K, which is just like, even lower, but still you're paying, and then some are even higher than that, more than that, you know. And then you do all that, and you rack up, who knows how much, over 100,000. And then what happens if you end up not even pursuing what the degree was, and then all of a sudden you're paying back loans, for $100,000 or more, and you're not even doing what you did the schooling for. So I don't know, man. Everything kind of happens for a reason, but I mean, definitely, getting people, like, everyone deserves to be able to get, the appreciation, and, but as we know, they try to treat it as a business and whatnot. And it'll be interesting how the NIL part will work out because, like I said, money is, they still have boosters and all kinds of crazy shit that's going on that they don't talk about it on the fucking news, you know, with all the other side shit that's going on. The crazy amount of money, that people can get based off a brand, like an endorsement or a branding. Like you could be someone in college and you could end up being a millionaire, not including anything with, any association with anything else besides like, a clothing brand or whatever. Times have changed. Yeah. Everything goes up, pay stays for like the low, like relatively the same or minor movement. 31 shots on goal for Philadelphia, 19 for the Kraken, 3-2 Flyers. 11 minutes to go in the third period. Let's go. I hope you guys do. I would like for Washington to be a powerhouse with Oregon, so then we could end up having at least USC, Washington, Oregon, and we're like respected. And then it's Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. So it's like your big three versus our big three. And then, if UCLA can ever find a way to be like somewhat relevant, then good for them. But, those are the main three that we can compete with the Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State in my eyes. So, all right. I'll see. I'll see. I'll see. Appreciate you. Have a great day. Go Kraken. Go Hawks. Appreciate you. College sports or professional sports. I mean, it pretty much, is transitioning that way. And like when we start to see the NIL, people transferring, the lack of loyalty based off players and coaches, the landscape of college football, how many games and how many teams are going to be in the playoff. Is it really about money or is it something else? And then all the branding and the money. And yeah, I mean, it's almost like you're renting, It's like some people buy a car and some people lease. It's like, it's like they got the lease on the player before, whatever they decide to do, further on a contract or move on. Come on, baby. Come on, Kraken. 3-2 Flyers. Let's go. Yeah, totally, man. And also, like, what is the percentage of these athletes that actually end up going pro? A very, very small percentage. I mean, if you are one of those blessed people, come on, Kraken. Daniel in the building. 3-0. Okay. Lightning doing lightning things. Beating the brakes off of them, huh? 3-0 on the road, no problem. Not even at home, doesn't matter. Right. I think it's been modified. I think at one point it was like maybe as high as like 1.5%, but it's usually like, like it's never going to be even hit 2, I don't think, or 3. It'll be around 1%. So like you can end up being the best in Pop Warner, the best at your middle school, the best at your high school, the best at even college, but that doesn't mean that you're going to end up making it long term. You could end up, making it for 4 years and that's it. And sometimes that's what careers end up being for some. Just you were elite on the lower level, but then everyone was just as good as you, if not better than you. and then and then I guess it just depends if you still have the passion for the game, realizing that you're not as dominant as you were in college, and or you just aren't as good, and then you get cut, and then you have to move on and be smart like LaMichael James, opening up a bunch of killer burgers and not spending any of his money in the NFL when he was in the NFL. Smart guy. Look out for yourself after your NFL career. Tip it. Couturier, Drysdale, Couturier. Come on, Seattle. Tip it. Philadelphia's got less than a minute on the power play. But yeah, it's like 1% to 2%. It's very, very low. Very, very low. And then even if you end up getting there, it doesn't mean that you're going to stay there. Think about like in the NBA, if you get drafted in the second round, how many guys in the second round actually end up making the team or being in the NBA long term? Like, you got to think about how many teams are in the NBA. So if you got 60 picks, and it's not like football where you're going 7 rounds and undrafted and there's plenty of opportunities. So it's like if you go in the second round, maybe in the first 5 to 10 picks in the second round, you still have a chance to maybe make it. But then once you're in the middle or the bottom end, a lot of those guys, you'll never hear about them ever again. Like they may make the team, but who knows for how long. And they might have been pretty fucking dominant. But again, if you got over 100, Division I college teams, there's a lot of competition, a lot of players out there. But I am intrigued more for March Madness for the men's and women's than the NBA playoffs. But I imagine everyone's going to bring their A game. But we'll at least have March Madness. We'll do a few streams for that. I mean, it'll be just going on all day. So I mean, there'll be some good matchups to watch them. Because when there's high stakes involved, then it matters. And that's what you need when the product isn't very good. High stakes. If the product isn't very good, I need high stakes like a March Madness tourney, and then you get the excitement. Otherwise, if not, then you get the NBA, and we already know what the NBA is. All right, full strength. Let's go. 25 of the draft. Yeah, maybe even higher than that number. Maybe that's even 30% or higher. Because you're going to get a lot of foreign-born players that are amazing. You get the guys that are from France, and then the guys from Germany, and the guys from the Italy and Slovenia and Croatia. You never Finland. You never know what you're going to get. I mean, every once in a while you'll get a Yao Ming in there, but that is very true. 33 shots on goal for the Flyers, 19 for the Kraken. Come on, Seattle. Someone's got to dig deep here and get this fucking one last goal here to tie it so we can pray for an overtime win and an overtime opportunity. Come on, baby. I'm not going to be a hater. We're going to throw up that Flyer logo. I see you, Philadelphia. Might be asking too much for McCann to get another one, but damn, we might need it. Someone needs to do something. Bowie's ready. Mental health. Make sure you're taking care of it. It's very important. Feeling down? Come here. We'll make things better. Hell, women's college hoops was more entertaining than the men's last year. It just depends on the talent level that's there and how they broadcast it, and how they're promoting the players and the games. If you give us a reason to watch for the men's and the women's in a product that isn't very good, but there's a lot on the line, and there may be a superstar or a transitional, like generational, like evolution of a talent. Because obviously we feel that with Clark, when she goes in, that she could end up having a Hall of Fame career in the WNBA, and that's saying a lot for someone that hasn't even played in the fucking pros yet. But you can kind of tell when someone has got the it factor, and they're gonna be able to do it, post. Like with Sabrina at Oregon, I already knew she would be one of the top 5 women immediately. It's like you either watch and you realize the progression on some of these athletes, when I got to watch Sabrina and Herbert. And when you get to see people like that, like you can definitely tell as long as they don't have any serious injuries that they are. Well, we'll see if she ends up beating Steph Curry. If she ends up beating Steph Curry, I mean, there'll be a lot more eyes on the female sports. I imagine Steph will not take it easy on anybody, regardless if it's a male or a female. But she is a shooter, and especially with some of these females in the last 2 to 3 years, they have deep range like Steph and Dame, and they got, it might not be the same type of transitional form, and everyone's got a different kind of angle and arch, based on the strength and whatnot. But I'll tell you, I mean, some of these pieces and the ladies that are coming into the pros have a chance to end up being some of the best that have ever played the game ever. It feels like if they can stay healthy for a 15 or 20 pro year career, like we might be talking about some of the best that have ever played this game when it's all said and done. So that's saying something, especially if you're in that sport where maybe when the WNBA with like Rebecca Lobo and Cynthia Cooper, Coop, Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie, your boy remembers, but then maybe the hype factor hasn't been that high since then. But now you're starting to see, like, I feel the talent level is starting to be like that. And you're going to get some amazing talent coming in that's already in the league now and that will be starting to come into the league in the next couple years too, other than even Clark. So, and it's not like I watch fucking games. It's like here and there. I mean, if it's the tourney, yeah, I'll watch. But I'm not going out of my way to watch. I mean, hell, I'm not even doing that for the men's. I'm not even really watching. I mean, it has to take a special game on the men's side for me to be like, all right, North Carolina Duke, they both are ass now, but they have that rivalry. Maybe I tune in, but unless you have a college basketball team you love, then it's different. So yeah, Paige Bueckers. Paige has been on the scene. Obviously Reese started to get some endorsements and started to get some pub and some love. We watch everything here. I mean, hell, I'm a guy. I even know that the talent level has been increasing as of late. I mean, it's either you watch March Madness or you don't, and you can tell which ones are more exciting and not. So because if you go in years past, maybe sometimes in the years past the women's tourney wasn't entertaining at all, but then it's getting to a point where if it's just as entertaining as the men's or more based on who's playing, then because we'll definitely see the ratings when Clark is playing. You'll notice that when they bring that out and that information, not only are you getting the NBA players that are watching for the men's, but you're getting a lot of eyeballs on there, which is actually good. You know, takes a special breed of person if you're going to be invested in WNBA for your whole life. You got to have some kind of fucking connection. It's like people having hockey and baseball and NASCAR. Ain't going to be for everybody. 440 left. I mean, shit, I just got a good memory from back in the day. I don't really need to look shit up. It's like I remember the debut season and, random shit like Houston Comets. Like, why the fuck would I ever remember that? Or Cynthia Cooper, and Tina Thompson. But it's like, you have those memories and you either remember them or you don't. 3-2. I'm not sure if the Kraken are going to come back. We got about 4 minutes to go. It's not looking very promising. Come on, Kraken. Philadelphia. Not running away with it, but they have been in control with Uncle Mo this whole game. And then tomorrow, the Super Bowl, baby. Go Kraken. Cheryl Swoops, yeah. Yeah, and I think also, honestly, most people that even like the March Madness, a lot of them don't even watch college hoops for the men's or women's, unless you are a super fan of that college team. I mean, it's like 90% of people or 95, like they only really pay attention when the tourney, and then they want to do their bracket for their friends or their work, and then you just, start to pay attention then. Unless you're trying to win money, then you got to pay attention the whole year. Oh, they're hitting the gritty. The little kids are hitting the gritty. Gritty, 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 hitting the gritty. He's like, oh, I'm on TV. Gritty, gritty, gritty. All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, big save. Also with Clark, in Iowa, she has a chance to go down as, could be arguably one of the best of all time. Like for someone to be coming in that could end up being like a top 5 player of all time with potential. I mean, that's a you know, pretty big praise, but I feel that as long as there's no major injuries, skills are skills. You either recognize them or you don't. Especially someone that can shoot the deep ball. 37 shots on goal for the Flyers. Only 19 for Seattle. They had 10 with 30 minutes in. Now they're scrapping right here. Come on, punch somebody. 39 away from all-time scoring leader. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty big deal. Like, what if she ends up being the number one female player of all time? I don't know how many years she would have to play to be able to have the stat line for that pro wise, like over 15 years. But if you played for 15 plus years and were dominant in like, 12 or 13 out of the 15, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what team she goes to. And I imagine that there will be some people that will be like, okay, well, let me tune in at least a little bit, see what's going on. Eastern Conference Metro, Rangers, Hurricanes, Flyers. Let's go. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. All right, less than 3 minutes to go. We're going to need a miracle here, like the best aggressiveness and crisp passing that we've had all game here in this last 2 minutes. But we need a miracle here. I'm fighting for it here on the boards. Come on, Kraken. At least get like one good shot to at least try to tie it. Joey's given up 3, but I mean we've only scored 2, which is 0 shots for 13 minutes. That's good. Is that good for Seattle? No shots for 13 minutes. That's how you win a game. Reflect and the rebooting. All right, last 2 minutes here in the third period, and then we'll be live tomorrow for the Super Bowl around probably 3:15, 3:20, with a slated 3:30 Pacific time start, I believe. Niners Chiefs, bang bang Niner gang versus Chiefs Kingdom should be fun. 38 shots on goal to 18 for the Kraken. I mean, how do you expect to even keep up when you're 20 shots behind? Burakovsky, why? Come on, Kraken. Empty net. Now we just have to pray, 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 baby. But Philadelphia's defense has been pretty stout, so I'm not holding my breath here. Come on, Bjorky. Kraken need a superstar player. They still need a superstar player, someone that we can rely on every game. Icing. How was the weather? Reflect at your guys' location. Reflect. Was the weather good? Pretty nice here. Nice sun. Me and Paisley are going further and further in different neighborhoods and figuring out neighborhoods that are connected that I never knew. Like the walks have gone from back in the day of being like 15 minutes per walk to like 20 to now 30, 45. Sometimes they're an hour long each. But then if I do that like 2 times and I'm walking 2 hours, like yeah, I get sleepy. And it's like if I got to stream afterwards and then I got to do another one, another one. It was pretty though today. I tried taking my pup to my elementary school in the back, so that way it's the only place that's big enough where if there's nobody there, I can take her off leash and she can run, and with joy, and have that excitement, even if it's only for like 5 or 10 minutes. But 5 or 10 minutes for her to run as fast as she can, without having a harness in the chain attached, like simple little things like that, or like rolling down the window and letting your dog be able to have the breeze go through their nose and their ears. Like there's just certain things you just either recognize for your pet or you don't. Like you roll down the window, you let them have that air. And so I'm hoping that if I wake up early tomorrow that no one will be there, and then I will be able to let her loose for a little bit. Less than a minute to go. 38 shots on goal for Philadelphia, 18 for Seattle. Super Bowl. So you got the Chiefs winning by 13. Reflect, and then Sarah's got the Niners. Yeah, Paisley loves, loves, loves. I mean, sometimes she'll get the zoomies inside the house, but sliding around on the carpet and the linoleum. I mean, it's not the same, as being able to dig, into the grass, into the dirt. She likes to be able to dig sometimes, and then just being able to let loose and just go, full speed through my legs or past me, and then smile and then go past me like 15 miles an hour, and you know, just being able and then sliding across the grass, and almost like if she was in a car, she's drifting on the grass. It's just cool to be able to see that joy. It's like you recognize it in pets and animals as well as people. Like you just got to pay attention. Chiefs by 13, baby. Yeah, you have to go back. It's like based on history and based on what the media portrays it, and then you think, well, that kind of sounds right. But sometimes you don't know when they're going to go for two, or if some freak stuff happens, or what the defenses are going to look like. Final score: Flyers 3, Kraken 2. Boo. Over under 4. A lot. Like once per quarter, at least. At least. I mean, they're going to try to be able to get the young girls and the females and others to be able to buy merch and you know in my neighborhood here in Oregon. There's many houses that I pass by with Paisley, and I saw one Chiefs flag that I never saw before, right? But then when I walked up close, I realized it wasn't even a Chiefs flag. It was a Travis Kelce Taylor Swift flag, but it was made to look like, kind of like the Chiefs colors and the outline, but you had to get up close to it. So I've only seen one, but I did see one, in the neighborhood. Final score: Philadelphia 3, Seattle 2. But I just hope it ends up being a good game. But sometimes AFC, NFC championship games end up being a little bit closer and a little bit more memorable. There is a chance that it ends up being a blowout. I would say seeing the Chiefs blow out the Niners seems more likely than the Niners blowing out the Chiefs, considering Chiefs defense is better. But hopefully it ends up being a great game. Thank you to everyone that showed up. Anything else that you want to see photo wise? Reflect anything you want to see here before I dip. I'm gonna go take Paisley for another long walk, eat dinner, do some reading, and then do a thumbnail for the Super Bowl tomorrow. Do some more walking, and then we'll be live around 3:15, 3:20, and we'll do Super Bowl. So you good? All right, perfect. Well, I'll get you more whenever I see you, if that's tomorrow or whenever I do. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. Shout out to all the people that donated, commented, shared, as well as all the people on Twitter/X. Reflect, Megan, MVPs, Matt, Sarah. Appreciate you guys very much. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Super Bowl tomorrow, and I'm out. Gang.